The world always changes, but one thing is still the same. Even the strongest pass through Oz Gate. So when you fight, fight with honor, because cowards die forgotten, and we wait for you. On the other side.
When will you pass through?
Hello, and welcome to Shadows of Archonia, our weekly Worlds Without Number live stream campaign. My name is Steve Boshier, and I will be your game master for the evening.
My name is Alan, but be playing the heartbroken Eddie Bones. Truly heartbroken. I don't know how he's going to make it through the night, but he's a healer and a shin shifter.
Skin shifter?
Skin shifter. Yeah.
Shin skifter.
And I am Yuri. I am playing Sally One-Eye, the warrior, and perhaps potential soon-to-be captain of a pirate ship.
True.
And we're going to skip Max because he decided not to show up.
Max, yeah, well...
How dare he?
No,
he's gone.
He was over the phone. He was like, screw you guys.
Actually, what happened, his character died off camera.
Dang.
And it turned out he was the secret villain all along, so this campaign's over.
Yeah.
You guys want to do Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do Shadow the Demon Lord.
And I'm Matt, and I'm playing Rinley, the wizard with a little fox familiar.
At this time, while he's doing that, I will give a general... Just press the mode button. Let's see. Anyway, I will give a general content warning. What you're about to see is a role-playing game, so everything's going to be improv. We don't really know what we're going to say. But Shadows of Archonia is a dark fantasy show intended for adults, and as such, you can expect adult language, horror themes, descriptions of brutal violence. Thank you. Perhaps sexual content or other topics of an adult nature. Do that.
Feels better.
Do a clap.
Do a barrel roll.
That's a lot closer than it was. Okay. Anyway, if you have a problem with any of that non-tech stuff I just said, you might want to find another show to watch, because we don't... we steer clear of a few things, but for the most part, we're going to say whatever comes up. So, there's that. Your turn, sir.
Kevin Crawford made this game. Cool game. D20 system. Was Without Number.
There you go.
He did another Kickstarter and something. Yeah, who cares?
Who cares?
Wow.
It says who cares. He backed the Kickstarter.
I did.
Episode
This
9,
man-
and this is what happens.
What? He's a method actor. He's
I'm getting into character right now.
He's heartbroken.
I'm getting into
Real
character.
life about something that happened in the game.
Yeah.
Right, the music in our intro is Prepare for Battle by Digital Daydream and Skull Breaker by Fir Tree Audio. Both songs are licensed through motionarray.com.
Many of the digital assets in the intro are licensed from other sources, But the character artwork was done in Daz Studio by myself. I can be found on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram as Mighty Works Character Portraits, or on ArtStation under my real name, Steve Boshier, which is spelled there. If you like my style and you'd like to see your own character or party rendered in it, I do take commissions, so hit me up on one of those platforms and let's talk about it.
Carolyn and Joshua will not be here tonight, but they were here in the credits as their voices.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Oh, Max is next. If you like our stream and you want to hang out, we're like with the dead silence.
Go, Max. Come on.
If you like our stream and you want to hang out with us more, come join our Discord. We are in there all the time talking about our games and other things entirely that sometimes aren't even game related, like Star Trek, which we did a game of. If you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch,
It doesn't stretch.
no, you do good there, but can you get the thumb out at the same time? Yeah, that's it. That's it. So if you're watching on Twitch or Discord, either one, the link is going to be down below. And if you're watching somewhere else, stop pirating our show on VHS, I guess? I don't know.
Man, I wish it was on VHS. That'd be cool.
Give us our view count.
And if you really like our stream, visit our merch store at shadowsofarconia.com, where you can order t-shirts, sweatshirts featuring your favorite Archonia characters. There's a lot of Campaign 1 material there, and Campaign 2 is coming soon, right?
Yeah, well, this is Campaign 2. She means merch from Campaign 2 is coming soon.
I mean...
Yeah, obviously, in context, that's what that means. Yeah.
We have a YouTube channel. You can go check it out if you want.
Here's the fun thing about Alan. He assumes you're watching on Twitch and addresses you as though you're a Twitch viewer. But the thing is actually written to be platform neutral. If you're on Twitch, go to YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, go to Twitch, because we have both.
I don't believe in being neutral.
Alan doesn't believe in YouTube. If you're not aware, we do have another stream on this channel. It's called Tales from the Backlog. It's on Monday nights, and that's where we play all sorts of other games besides this one. We did 3 years of D&D on Friday nights, and now we're doing Worlds Without Number. But on Mondays, we do a different game almost every week. This is going to be changing. We might do 2 to 3 weeks in a row. But we're always trying out different games. In 3 days, we're doing Candela Obscura, the new game from Critical Role that I think every other stream has already played. But we're going to play it as well. And let's see, last week's was canceled, but it's been rescheduled. It's going to be Tales from the Loop. Week before that was Star Trek Adventures. We're always trying out different stuff. We've done Conan. We haven't done Alice is Missing because that's impossible. The whole game is played via text. We'll figure it out. Dungeon Crawl Classics. We'll do John Carter one of these days. It's a good stream. Check it out. And generally a rotating cast of players. A few who are there a lot, like Jason, Mia, and more recently Meredith. Sarah's on it, maybe second tier in frequency. And yeah, Yuri's been on a couple times.
Infrequently.
Matt and Alan have been on a couple times. It's a good show. You should watch it. And it's also very heavily graphically designed because it's remote, unlike this one, which is in person. So do go subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Shadows of Archonia and our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Shadows of Archonia. That's how it is.
Woo woo!
You guys ready to get into some mayhem?
I need like 5 more minutes.
I believe Yuri said she wanted to backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
Should we backtrack? Amazon just gave me a weather alert for the hurricane.
Before we do the retcon, let's do a quick recap of last week. We did a heavy discussion session last week following the rescue of Stanislav from the vampires and the defeat of the Deep Ones and the arrangement with Kliko the Deep One, also known as O.
I think it's
No, it's O.
Oh.
It's like the echoing sound of a whale is kind of what he described. But anyway, you got the book, which is the Journal of Greybeard, the pirate, the most legendary pirate in the Grey Sea history. And it is made
We also got one of the Omnium Bindstones.
on the Omnium Bindstones. That happened as well at around the same time, at the bottom of the ocean. Long story. So the book is supposedly made from the back skin of Greybeard himself, which has been tanned into leather. And on the inside cover, the tattoo that was on him in life is a map to where the greatest treasure hoard in the Grey Sea lies hidden. That book is in the possession of Eddie Bones. And the mysterious Omnium Bindstone, a basketball-sized gem, which was found at the bottom of the sea, but which is identical to another one, which was underneath the home of Eric Aegir. Renly clearly knows something about them, but has not revealed to the party what it is he knows, or what the intended purpose of these objects is. He has been trying to study it and understand the effect that it has had on his young companion, Eric. Speaking of which, Eric did become sick a couple of times in our past couple episodes upon exposure to the Omnium Bindstone. And we ended our last episode with three important things happening. One, there was a big fight between Eddie Bones and his sweetheart, Grace Bonnie.
Childhood love interest.
Childhood.
Yeah,
That part's new to me.
Yeah.
Long-time love interest regardless. And so that happened. Possible breakup. Unknown at this time. Nobody said that, but it was a big fight. Also, he turned into a werewolf in the middle of the fight, which tends to not go over well with the ladies.
To some.
So that happened. You guys had offers from both Grace's captain, Baldric Sweetlove, of the Allied Ecuadorian Navy, and the remaining crew members of Pisspot Peg's former ship. You having killed their second captain in a row, and several of their crewmates offered to let Sally One-Eye command the vessel as long as they were cut in for a bit of Greybeard's treasure. So when last we left you guys, you had opted for the pirates because you didn't trust the Navy, which was confusing to me as your game master, but that's what
I felt like we didn't trust either, but at least the pirates, we knew they were...
You trusted the pirates that you'd actively fought twice more than you trusted the Navy. That's just what happened. Player's gonna player. But then, right before we ended, of course, Eric Aegir was to be woken up to go meet the pirates at the docks at midnight and could not be awakened from his sleep. So that's where we left off. Now, Sally One-Eye did want to retcon something for earlier in the afternoon. Go ahead, take it away, Sally.
Take it away, Sally.
So I assume we are in the bar where possibly Black Birdie is staying as well?
Well, Black Birdie is staying above the Bitch and Halfling, which is where you had the drinking contest with her. So yeah, if you want to go find her there, you can.
Okay, well, I take Eddie with me to the closest bar because obviously he is not quite crying because he's very stoic, but he is very, very down. And as my new companion, I feel a little
Don't stay out too late.
I feel a little sorry for him. So I dump him in the nearest bar. And
the whole time there, Eddie is just like over your shoulder being like, can you believe that? Can you believe it?
What happened? I was in the shadows watching you on the deck.
I poured my heart out. I told her exactly why everything was happening. I offered her the riches any man could give, and she just threw it in my face.
But what did she say about the captain?
Oh, she said she didn't know. She said she basically gave me a 50-50. Like the captain could go against us or not, but she think possibly go against us.
So we're definitely not with the Navy then.
I mean, I don't want to see Grace right now, so...
Wow, that might be... It's going to be very interesting. But, he was expecting us this afternoon. Here, have another tankard. Barkeep, another tankard of ale, please, for my poor, sad friend. And can you please call me a runner?
Can I ask a question for clarification? You said you were just in the closest bar, right, after the fight?
Yeah.
Well,
so you're not...
here...
There are some places like there's the place where you guys were staying with Judy.
Where no naval types would be.
Yeah. Is that where you'd be?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So then, in that case, it's Judy who brings you over.
Okay. I'm like, Judy, my friend here just broke up with his best friend. Or his lover.
It's not looking
Oh,
good.
really? I mean, that's awful.
He might need some
Are you-
consoling.
Are you all right there?
I'm okay. Just gonna need a little bit.
He might need more drinks in him. By the way, do you have a runner?
Yeah. What do you need a runner for?
I like to send a message to the captain of the champion.
Gerald? He comes out. He's holding his side where his ribs were recently slashed. What is it?
Oh, Gerald, can I ask you to do me a big, big favor? I mean, obviously I can't leave Eddie here by himself. Look at him, he's a mess.
Sally, listen, I'm in kind of a relationship with Judy again.
No, I just need you to pass a message to the captain. I would write a note, but I don't have a note. I can't really
Everybody's
write.
in a relationship, I see.
Well, yes.
By the way,
got the pick of the lot there, Eddie Bones. You were with Grace Bonnie. I've seen her. She's a lovely lady.
Eddie throws his drink like across the bar.
Oh, I see.
So,
And then take a sip of someone
Gerald,
else's.
I would take
Yeah,
it
yeah.
as a very, very big favor, and maybe a couple silver coins, and to line your pockets a little. If you could just tell the captain of the champion that we are, due to the indisposition of one of my companions and the fact that we were unable to meet up with our other companions to discuss his most generous offer, that we need an extension, and that we will meet him at his ship at first light.
Oh, the captain of the champion,
Yes.
the Ecuadorian ship.
Yes.
Oh, I know. I remember. That's the one that took you guys back to the island.
Yeah, it's the big ship right over down that way in the port.
Sure. Yeah. He stands and waits for a minute.
I hand him the soup.
Oh, thank you, Sally. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
The thing is, I usually sail a boat for people, but ever since you guys came to town, I just keep getting these other jobs. And out the door he goes.
It probably helps because you're courting Judy again, right? So you're going to need a little extra cash.
Judy says, well, courting's a strong word.
Well, is it, Judy? Don't you deserve the best?
The best, huh? The best.
You're right, Sally One-Eye. I do deserve the best. I have to go figure out what that is.
And I just look at her and I look at Eddie, look at her.
Eddie's still looking on his drink. He's just looking at the water.
Judy's got a good 15 years on you, too. Just so you know.
15 years? So she's like, whoa, she's like in her 50s.
She's been married a couple times, yeah.
But the light's not that good, and age is really a number.
And
Age
she's a
is
hardy
a
woman,
number.
too.
Yes.
She once hit a zombie in the face.
Eddie says, another round.
Like,
She already went to the back. There's nobody here.
Eddie reaches over the counter.
She immediately appears again. Slaps!
Ah!
Pours you a drink.
All right, thank you.
You don't know how she did that. It was a magic trick.
I had Judy a few silvers. Just keep him coming until, he's a little bit well-eased. He's had a pretty tough time this past hour.
Sally, are you making moves on Eddie?
No. You know, there's a saying: you don't shit where you.
eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Not everyone agrees with that.
Yeah, but you know, I find in my line of work, it keeps things a lot cleaner. I prefer the whole boyfriend in every port situation.
Well, you're certainly not the only one.
Is there a bard in this bar?
No.
Oh, but and then while it's all there, by the way, Judy, I had to tell you what my companions and I are going to do, or we're hoping to do, is, you know, sell out west, because one of my companions found something in his research, and apparently there's this temple, and I'm saying this really loudly
Okay.
to the crowd, saying my companions and I, we've been searching for a breakthrough in Eddie's condition, and we might have found something out to the west, the way west.
All right. Well,
And I'm like, you sure there's no bard around here?
here, no, but if you wanted to find a bar, if I were you, I'd head out to the market square later.
Not a bad idea.
It tends to be where the bards are hanging out.
Eddie, my friend, how are you doing?
Every day is another day.
You know, Eddie, I know you can't hear it right now, but there are a lot of fish in the sea. Granted, we did meet some fish people, and they weren't all that attractive. Well, I don't want to judge if that's your type, but you know.
You ever been in love, Sally?
You know, I think I mentioned it before. Love just comes and goes.
So there's no such thing as true love?
I wouldn't be able to say.
You don't think love could blossom at sea? Over the water? Over the crashing waves? Through the storms? Through the wind?
Are you talking about like friendship love or like romantic love?
Only the most powerful kind of love.
True love?
The most powerful kind of love is Geralt when he's got a couple pints in him. But that's not always...
Is this Judy
what
talking?
Yeah. That's not always what people want in a relationship.
And that might be one of the rarest things ever, Eddie.
Some people want more of a relaxed, take your time kind of love.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time?
Eddie Bones? What? Are you not taking your time there, Eddie?
I'm taking more than enough of my time.
Well, that'll happen when your lady's a naval officer. You know, she's not around a lot of the time.
I'm gonna get this treasure. I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna show them all. And Eddie slams the drink across the bar again.
Right, I think he's had enough, Judy. I'm just going to take him back with me.
He's only had 2 and he spilled most of them.
You've only had 2, Eddie? How?
I'm a light drinker.
I expected more of you, friend.
That's
He
why.
keeps throwing the cups.
Well, sometimes it's the only way he can express himself.
You ever had something stolen from you, Sally? Something
yes.
very important?
Of course.
Yeah, my sister. Remember? She died at sea.
Yeah.
Then turned into a vampire? And stole me? Remember that?
It's a good thing we brought you back, huh?
Yeah, I'm real happy you did that. Sally,
Yes, Judy.
can I talk to you off the side for a minute?
Absolutely.
So listen, you're pretty handy with a sword and a pistol there. You know?
Occasionally.
I notice that you don't have any particular oath of loyalty to these three fellows you're traveling around with?
Well, we met in very surprising circumstances, let's say, but we are united in a common goal in that one of them owes me some money, and, we are looking for this temple out west, and it's quite an urgent quest.
Well, I'll tell you what I know. A few things. I was kidnapped by the Walking Dead. 4 people came to save me. 3 of them were men, and the woman killed more of those fuckers than all of the men put together.
Well, sometimes you got it.
Well, I believe you do. Here's the thing. I started this place with my sister, and it's been a long time since I've had anyone to help me run it. Now, you see, a woman running an establishment such as this by herself is sometimes imperiled, if you know what I mean.
I think I do, and if this is going where I think it's going, Judy, I thank you for your kind offer. That's awfully generous of you, but my heart is somewhere else.
I wasn't asking to be your lover. I just wanted a business partner.
Oh. Well, what might this business partner entail?
Well, maybe 70-30 on the end, since I've been running it for a decade without you. More than that if you count the time I spent running it with my sister. But for a piece of the action, you can, bounce the place.
That's a very fine business partnership offer that you have just said. But as I said, I have other goals and other ambitions, and my heart is not quite to stay at Crystal Shore for very long. As I said, I am on a very urgent quest. But perhaps when we return, who's to say where the wind might blow and where I might feel? But
well, I'll tell you what. If you come back with Greybeard's treasure, you can buy the whole place off.
Greybeard. I don't know where that rumor started. I know Bloody Bill was talking his mouth, and that Stanislav, he's quite a gossiper.
Well, I sure didn't hear it from Stanislav. He 100% did not come by here.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't.
No. Listen, he used to be with my sister a long time ago, remember? So he wouldn't come by here because she was dead.
Yes, but he's been running off his mouth on all these strange rumors, and I think something happened to him when he became slightly undead at one point. But it's always been that my companions and I have been focused on one thing, which is to go sell out west.
Now, I'll just remind you out of character.
Yeah, wasn't Geralt with us the whole time?
2 different people,
Yeah.
Black Birdie
I know.
and Green Gertie, both approached you.
I know, and I am...
Everybody knows.
I know, and I am denying. Deny.
It's not working.
But
I am trying
It does not take a roll to know that it's not working.
I know, but this is just what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
hoping to gaslight everybody, but I know it's not working.
Geralt was with us, and he's with Judy, so she knows
That's
more,
true.
more
Geralt
than
did go with you.
anyone.
True.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah. I just wanted to remind in case you didn't remember.
No, I remember.
All right.
This is me trying to lay some sort of foundation for when we make our getaway at midnight.
it's more like pull the foundation out from under everyone else.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
So I'm like, yeah, I know they said that we found Greybeard's treasure map or whatever, but I can barely read. And our learned companions, they didn't think much of it either. So, you know how tall tales happen.
Well, yes. But the thing about that is, usually when you hear a tall tale, it comes through several people. This one just came from Geralt, and Geralt has his uses. Lying's not one of them.
No, Geralt is very truthsome, I find, but it's the perception of the thing, and even if such a rumor or tale was true, we still have other goals.
Sally One-Eye,
Excuse me.
I've spent enough time with you to know there's a long list of things that you're better at. Fooling people is not one of them. You gotta get better.
I need another drink.
You know, Judy, I'm hurt.
I need another coin.
He puts down another one.
Thunk.
I think you might need something a little harder, Judy. You have anything of the...
She takes it back, pours half of it out, and then puts more in. Puts it down. Less watered down.
Okay, I think I've completed everything I want to complete at the bar.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and flash forward.
unless
then.
Eddie, you're
I did go into town to try to find a mender.
Roll me a skill check on connect
Oh yeah.
or trade, whichever's better for you.
Connect. Hiya! Not bad. I'm gonna use egg, so 9.
9. You find someone who says they can fix it.
I'm going to.
Your confidence level is about 50-50.
I'm gonna get close to that person and be like, "Can you fix this? Because if you make it worse, we're gonna have some serious issues."
He is unintimidated.
And I'm a very small guy.
But for 9 silver, he offers to fix it.
All right. How long is it gonna take? I gotta get out of here tonight.
Oh, well, 11 silver then.
It's fine. Rush job.
Okay. Now,
I almost handed you the pipe for real.
this is to see if you found the right guy. Roll me a connect again.
All right. I need a good connect. Yeah. 10 on the dice. So 11.
He manages to repair your pipe by evening.
Oh, excellent.
11 silver is a lot of money.
Worth it.
Your
Not
scale's a little bit off because of how much you got paid for rescuing Stanislav.
well.
Yeah, he.
It's a rush job and something very important, and
Yeah.
I was gonna take it out of him if he didn't fix it. So
He appreciates your valuing his efforts.
excellent. That's all I needed. Now we can flash forward.
Hey, you're artists and artisans. What they're worth,
What work?
not what you want. Anyway, yeah. So, flash forward now to midnight. You guys are. I don't know which of you went to sleep and which of you just stayed up, but
I did ask Renly before we went to bed if he could find something in the library, or Renly and Eric in the library regarding Indominus Island, any further information on what... Because I only know the legends of Indominus Island, but
which
maybe...
is that no one comes back.
Right. So if maybe those books might have more information.
Yeah, I can take a look.
Yeah.
If
In fact, Sally, I would say this: you as
Wait, this is before we got kicked out of the mansion, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you as a sailor, you. I'm going to show you something.
So we're flashing back further.
No, we're flashing back less far.
Well, because I repaired my pipe after we got kicked out of the mansion, so we can't look at the library.
Hold on, I'm going to bring up the combat cam. Not the combat cam, but the map. So you notice, I pointed this out before, but none of the run lines go to Indominus. Sally, you as a sailor have actually seen maps where the geography of the Gray Sea is altered to make it so that there is no island there and there is no huge gap in the run lines. Like people are so used to not thinking about it that there actually are cartographers that don't even know that part of the ocean exists. So that's what I was going to say. But you were going to roll something, Matt?
No, I don't have access to the library.
Okay.
We sort of got kicked out.
What? What happened?
Remember I blew up the room?
But couldn't you have eased your... No.
My what?
You couldn't, like, put some salve on the hurt feelings or the bruised room and mended it with your magic fingers?
Did you see the room?
Well, yeah, but, you know, I've seen you do magic, too.
No. I'm... That actually took a lot out of me.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just full. I'm with a sea of unhappy companions.
Yeah, that's for sure. But you're back at Judy's now.
We're gonna, yeah.
And so, raise your hand. Who did go to sleep?
I did, because you said that I had a dream last session.
That's true.
I also would have sort of meditated, slept.
Eddie probably passes out from the liquor.
Okay. So around midnight, you all get up, but you are unable to awaken Eric.
Is this enough time for me to get rid of a system strain?
No.
Kid, wake up. Like shaking him.
I poke him with my toe.
Sometimes teens can be hard sleepers. I
Everyone, roll me a notice check, please.
I give him a good shake.
+2 for Rinley. No, +1.
Ugh. There goes the good.
7.
7.
With the +1?
Yeah.
7.
Lucky sevens.
Triple
None of
sevens.
you notice.
Yeah, this is new.
He didn't drink anything, did he? Or eat anything? Is it mystical?
I don't know. I'm gonna cast Apprehending the Arcane Form and see if there's anything magical going on.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have it.
Well, I could tell the captain that it wasn't just one of our companions who wasn't indisposed with a broken organ.
Are you reading the spell description?
I don't. Oh yeah, I can look up the full one. Have it
That's what
highlighted.
I'm looking at.
The mage opens up their mind to the presence of occult energies. For 15 minutes per character level, they are capable of seeing active magical effects, curses, enchantments, or other dweemers as colored auras or patterns of light. They may identify magical items and get a one-sentence description of the purpose or most significant powers, and may get more sophisticated answers with successful wisdom magic skill checks at different difficulties of 8 or more, depending on the subtlety of the enchantment. The rest is for mages that are casting spells.
I need 2 rolls from you.
Okay.
A magic and a prey.
Okay. Magic first. Really good. It's 11 on the dice. 13. 13.
Okay. That's going to give you something.
Okay, and then pray.
Yeah.
I
Imagine
got-
you're terrible
I
at
got
this.
nothing on pray. Yeah. I got a -1. 5.
Could be better. Okay. So, with that 13 on magic, you know more about these Omnium Bindstones than you have told your companions. That's not a secret at this point. You know the types of magic that went into creating. And as you stare at Eric here and activate this ability, you see a pattern of light around him that is... It's like a pulsing yellow, but like every third pulse, it's streaked through with red. It's like... and, yeah.
I was gonna say, Eddie, it takes like a bucket of water and just throws it in his face.
The bucket of water does nothing. to affect the aura that you see. It also does not wake him.
I say, well,
You know
I'm
that
out of
the
ideas.
aura you are seeing is similar to what you would see around an Omnium Bindstone. It is an aura of imprisonment, and it's very faint. In fact, you had to focus your sort of magical senses in a very specific way to even see it.
Eddie says, oh, man, we don't have enough time for this.
My eyes are like kind of twinkling with a light that you can't see. Was there more? No. Okay.
Does he always have to do this at the most unpruned times?
He wouldn't be Eric if he did.
I don't think he had a choice.
Always have to do this. Like he's never fallen into a coma before.
Well, he fell into a sea and got kidnapped.
That's true, he did.
Well, this is going to make leaving discreetly a little bit more problematic.
I have no idea how this is going to work with him. I don't know if he's going to wake up. I don't have anything I can use to help him right now. So if we need to get out there, then we need to carry him. And by we, I mean...
Eddie puts up his sleeves. And he's gonna try to lift him up.
Are you gonna try and heal him or anything?
I mean, I'll give him a heal.
I only ask because if Max were here and this was happening, I feel like that's what you would do.
Yeah. Man, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's eight heal.
So you see his eyelids flutter, but that's it. Renly, however, when Eddie does try to heal him, you see a sudden pulse of green pushing back against the white light of Eddie's healing power.
Wow. Okay, so white, and he's yellow, red, and now there's green pushing.
Yeah. I would describe, the yellow and red pattern. It's kind of, if you were to take the fourth dimension of time and translate it into one of the first 3 dimensions, it would be a yellow background with red bars.
Do I feel this pushback?
So it indicates the imprisonment.
Got it.
No, you don't.
Okay.
And Sally sees nothing, I assume.
Roll me a magic. What did you say?
Sally sees nothing, I assume.
No, Sally sees half of what a normal person would see.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
So I used to know how to unlock these.
Is that what you say out loud?
No, I'm talking out of character.
You used to know how to unlock the Omnium Bindstones, but that's not what... the pattern is similar to an Omnium Bindstone,
but it's not the same.
But
Okay.
this is not what would happen if the stone was used on him.
Yeah. I still don't even know why they're here. Like, I'm surprised they still exist. So.
Yeah, you're surprised they still
Interesting.
exist. You have no idea why it's affecting Eric.
Eddie sighs because it seems like it didn't do anything, and he says, and he just picks the boy up, puts him over the shoulder.
This does give Sally an idea, though, and she goes, Renly, might you write a note addressed to the captain of our ship, or the naval ship, saying...
Dear Sally, one eye.
No.
Oh, the naval ship.
Yes.
Okay.
That one of our companions is desperately indisposed, and we go to seek treatment for him post-haste, and we'll just leave it on the counter of the barkeep. And maybe a silver for duty to deliver to the captain in the morning.
I don't know if you...
I no longer have my paper or writing utensils. I dropped it all to carry the stone out.
What about Eric's bags?
I guess I want to rummage through Eric's bags real quick.
Did you find Eric's shit?
Do you think he has a paper and a pen?
You know what? I'm rolling a D30.
Let's text him real quick.
All right, great. Good enough. Cool. Then I'm going to write a letter. I'll take out a silver. And, yeah.
Okay. While you're writing, you hear someone come in the front of the inn, into the common area.
Shall we check that out? It's pretty late right now.
Yeah, nobody's been in there.
Yeah,
Wait, somebody just comes in?
Yeah.
You hear the door.
Wouldn't the door be locked because it's closed?
You hear someone come in,
We don't know if it's closed.
and he yells, "Hello!"
We're closed, mate.
Sally, roll me a notice.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, so there's a lot of haze and fog around this memory, but you're fairly sure that's the voice of Stanislav Nikolin.
Judy lied to me. She said that Stanislav never stepped foot in that thing after the breakup with, what's her name? The sister.
Cesarine?
Yes, Cesarine.
Judy and Cesarine. I love the difference in simplicity.
One was
of
clearly
handling.
more favored.
Yeah.
One was the vampire queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no Caesar in Archonia history.
Not yet.
Shall we just stay hidden, or?
Well, it's Stanislav. I assume he's looking for one of us.
Oh, I'm sure he's not happy about the room, but I felt we left it on pretty good terms, so.
Well, I'll go down and see if I could move him along.
Okay, you're coming into the common room?
Yes, sneakily, quietly to see what Stanislav looks. Like how is he like drunk? Is he nervous? Is he
Not drunk, is holding a goblet. Ah, Sally.
Stanis boy? What's up?
Well, I heard that you were kicked out of the house.
Didn't you kick out our companions from the house and myself with all my goods? Which, thank you, by the way, it was sitting by the front gates, the front guard's little portcullis.
If that was me, I don't remember. My father told me he did it.
Oh, I thought it was Stanislav. No.
I'm going to be honest with you, Sally. I've been on a bit of a bender. But the truth is this. If it weren't for you guys, I'd be the Walking Dead. I'd be drinking blood and probably killing my dad.
Yeah.
He sucks so much. And I have no inhibitions if I was one of them. I don't want you kicked out of the house. And my dad says you gotta go. But I just thought, you saved my life. It was wrong to kick you out.
Stanny boy, it's alright. Here, let me. Well, I don't know. Jude's gonna wake up if I reach around the corner and refill his goblet, but that's what I attempt to do.
Well, Judy's a light sleeper. She's probably already awake.
I'm like, Stanny boy, that's sometimes what happens. Renly just had a little minor breakdown, and if you break your host room, I guess that's what happens. Even though you do owe us your life.
You say that like it just happens to you all the time. Like you have a bad day and then you just explode and destroy a room? I'm a drunken nobleman, and that does not happen.
He was having a bad day.
At most, I stab a servant.
Yeah, also not very good.
No, it's not very good. I'm not proud of it. I'm just saying, I've never caused an explosion that destroyed a room.
Because you can't. I say from the stairs.
Listen, no, that's true. I can't do. Point is, it's just she was saying it like it happens every day. Does it happen to you all the time?
No.
See, that's what I mean. This is like, I don't know why my dad had to kick you out. Like, maybe just let you pay for the room. Can people let you pay for rooms to be built? I don't know.
We offered to pay out of our earnings.
Oh, right. That like 20 gold each. That's probably.
No, I mean out of our earnings. So
While this
our
is
next.
while
doesn't
this is
matter.
happening, is there any windows inside the room where we found Eric?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I just want to look outside. Do I see anyone outside?
You see no one in particular. You are in a city, so even at midnight, there's some people moving around. Homeless people or people who work at night, but nobody of note.
I have a question for you. Was there any evidence? I wasn't in my right mind, so I couldn't really look around, but was there any evidence of forced entry or anything into your mansion after we left, or around that time?
Forced entry?
Yes, the
What?
reason why I got angry was because something very important to us was stolen right out of that room.
Oh, well, we sure didn't see anything. You could have let us know that. We would have had the guards
Sorry.
search the place immediately.
I wasn't in my right mind at the time.
Oh, to be perfectly honest with you, you did destroy a room, so my father likely would have kicked you out anyway, but I would have had the guards search.
Well, shame you weren't there.
Hey, you're a good egg.
Sally said I was there.
I thought you were there, but maybe you weren't. I mean,
Wait, was it him or was it Dad? I don't.
I actually don't remember. Either one of them would have kicked you out.
Eddie calls out to Sally and I'm like, don't we got some place to be?
oh, you know what? By the way, Stanislav, it's so good to see you, but being here for you must bring really bad memories of Cesarine and your past romance with her. And also, we're in a bit of, our friend Eric here is a little bit sick, so now is really not a good time.
I've been here. It says right now it's 10 years ago. I've been here a lot of times since.
Oh, have you? Is Judy in the room at this point?
No.
I'm like, oh, really? Visiting Judy?
Wait, what's going on? Why do you ask it like that?
By the way, my
Well, Judy just sort of said that you never visited after Cesarine, so I didn't know there was something else going on.
Well, she probably just said that because she didn't want that other guy.
my apprehending the
Judy,
arcane
such a player.
form is still active. So, do I see anything on him?
Actually, yeah, but nothing you don't expect.
Oh,
Lingering hints of the necromancy that you cured him of.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, looking to save a few silver, I'm like, by the way, Stannis, since you do owe us our life,
Judy's getting some ice for us.
yeah, might you deliver this letter to the captain sometime tomorrow of the champion for us? We might be busy trying to find a cure for our friend here.
Sally, you know that I'm borderline in love with you.
I think you're
I absolutely cannot deliver letters for people. I am the son of the richest nobleman in the city.
well. You could have one of your men do it for you, for me.
But the thing is, if you hand it to me, then I've delivered the letter. If you wait, I'll go get a guy, and he can do it. Okay?
I don't think we have time for this, Sally.
Then I'm sorry. We really got to do something with our companion here.
Why are you here?
I came to let you guys know that I am sorry you were kicked out of the house, and that I don't want you to feel that I'm not grateful for what you did for me. That's it. That's all.
You're a good egg.
An egg? I thought that was the fox.
Not as good as my egg.
Not as good as your egg. Agaron is in this class of his own.
All right, you guys want to head out?
Oh, do you by any chance have a way to transport a body incognito? He's still alive, but he's not mobile.
Oh, well, dude, I thought you meant like a dead body. Because
No.
there's literally an organization that we send for if that happens on my side of town.
I'm good to know, I guess.
Yeah, I might want.
I'm
I
not
might
supposed to
want
tell people that.
I might want to talk to that contact of yours someday.
Well, I'm sure he'd want to talk to you. We would.
Maybe over a drink, you might tell me more about it later.
Maybe, but I think you're leaving town.
We're trying to
who'd
get
you
help.
kill? No, who'd you knock out?
What?
Body?
Oh, our friend Eric. He's
He's
injured.
He's really sick. He won't wake up. We're trying to find some help for him.
But we have to get to a ship tonight. Now.
I don't think that's gonna go well.
Why?
Roll me a sail.
Nine.
No ship will take a deathly ill man on board.
Even a pirate ship?
No ship.
Well, they don't have to know.
They don't know that he's deathly ill. We'll just pretend he's a little drunk when we go on the ship.
He's fully unconscious?
We'll just say we got knocked out in the fight because he offended
Pour
somebody.
some alcohol on him, make him smell nasty.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not a sailor or any other kind of guy with a job, but I know people who spend weeks at sea locked in tight quarters together do not let the sick on board if they can help it.
Well, again, we just won't say he's sick.
Do your best. Anyway, three sisters go with you. I hope to see you again someday.
And with you too.
Okay. You don't know why he thinks that's funny. He leaves.
All right.
Right. We might want to shake some alcohol on Eric and maybe booze up his face a little and say got into a bar fight.
I mean, maybe he has a point. Like, it might not be wise. We don't know if he's going to wake up.
Do you think we can find help in this city? They don't look very well on Magicers.
I found a mender for my pipe. I wouldn't even know where to begin, though. Like,
Hey, Delta. I mean, I don't think we have the time. I would say we can go to a church, the local church, and see if they can do anything.
of what religion?
Whatever the local church is.
You guys know this. It's the Three Sisters.
Yeah, the Three Sisters Church.
I'm sure they'll love to help.
But I don't think we have time because we gotta go talk to them right now, right, Sally?
That's quite right. Well, they were expecting us at first light tomorrow, but I think
Sally and Eddie, roll me a connect.
Connect 4.
This is going to be a -1. Please roll a 12. Double sixes! Haha, set 5. No, 6.
What would it be if it was notice?
If it was notice, it'd be a 8.
I will also be 8.
Okay.
Is it important enough to use some coins on?
Oh, the coins. I haven't given you guys any coins.
Gold.
No, that's up to you, of course. I can't make that decision for you. But what they're noticing is you.
Oh, well.
Your reaction to the suggestion that you visit the temple.
Yeah, no, that
Do you think that they notice anything?
I feel like an 8 would... They'd see at least...
8 is technically on the little skill DC recommended for the game on the chart, likely with training on an 8.
Yeah, that... They wouldn't even need that much training. They could probably catch me, like, looking away at the mention.
Okay.
I guess if Eddie notices, he just says, "You got something against the Three Sisters?"
I know they're not going to help.
How do you know?
Have they really helped anyone before?
I mean, I haven't visited them yet, but they might.
I mean, what could it hurt?
A lot.
Well,
Is there a church on the way there?
do we have any other options then?
There's one not too far out of the way. I'm sorry, on the way there, you mean on the way to the docks?
Yes.
All right,
There's one not too far out of the way.
let's go to the church. I'll wait outside. If anything starts looking weird with him, or if he looks in pain or anything like that, I don't know. I have no idea how this is going to go. So, retreat immediately.
Sure.
We could. Oh, she's probably asleep, but we could ask the soothsayer.
The fortune teller?
Mm-hmm.
At midnight?
I know, that's why I said
12:30 now.
that's why I said she's probably asleep. And I don't know where she lives, but doesn't she live on the docks?
I'm pretty sure tarot cards are not going to help anything.
I don't know. She was pretty accurate.
No, let's do the church.
All right. I'm on my way.
Are you carrying Eric?
Yeah,
Okay.
over the shoulder.
When you reach the church,
And I guess I'm carrying Eric's bags since.
when you reach the Church of the Three Sisters in
4.
Crystal Shore, this is the lower class neighborhood. Not the dirt poor neighborhood, but lower class. And there's more than one of these in the town, but and they all have different sort of levels of wealth to their appearance, but all of the temples of the Three Sisters have this one thing in common, which is a huge set of gates at the front. In this case, it is a large double door in the form of gates set into the front of this building. And you would all know that these are symbolic of the gates of death through which everyone must pass. Now, Eddie, I know you worship another goddess. So is it at all bothersome to you to enter here?
No.
Polytheism. All right, so in you go.
I'm going to sit on the steps outside and light up the pipe. And start
Are you
smoking.
sitting on the steps of the church or somewhere?
Just on the
else,
steps
like across
outside
the
of it.
street?
On the steps, because I want to be close in case anything happens.
Okay.
I don't expect anything like
So
really to
you're on
happen.
their property.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Yeah.
Okay. Eddie, I would like a notice check, please, and this is going to need to be a high roll. I'm going to set this at a 12. 12 or higher.
What's the rules on using coins again for checks?
So you can add to a skill check for +1 to add 1 point. Beyond that, the cost doubles for each point. So it's +2 costs 2 coins, +3 costs 4 coins.
No.
That's
Is
one.
the answer.
So you're saying +2 for 1 point?
+1 for 1 point. But above that, the price doubles every number.
I could still roll too.
You don't get to.
Oh, interesting.
Only Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
And this.
You'd have. How many would you have to spend? How short are you of 12?
Because I got 4, 5, 6. That's a 6. So I would need 6 more.
You can't. You don't have enough coins.
There's there's no point.
And even if you did, your companions would have to agree to it, and I don't think they would. So you don't notice.
That's fine.
You carry Eric into the temple. The gates are open. And again, symbolically, the gates of death are always open.
So Eddie notices the gates, and he's just like, well, we gotta do what we gotta do. And he just walks in. Is there anybody awake?
Yeah. Death never sleeps. There is a woman, a priestess. Most clerics of this religion, at least in the parts of the world you know, most clerics of this religion are female. She stands at the front in a long black robe that covers her whole self, with a skull over her face.
And I say, beautiful sister, I got somebody for you. I put him on the bench. He hasn't been able to wake up. He might be cursed.
How unfortunate.
So you mind taking a look at him? Well,
He is mildly attractive.
well, I mean, taking a look as in seeing if you know what's wrong with him.
He was born mortal and shall therefore die,
So have I.
as have I.
But it would be nice if he wouldn't die tonight. So what are the chances of that not happening?
Why is it that you fear death?
Oh, just like anybody else. Feel judgment, fear not being able to do enough within my lifetime, feel not being able to see true love, feel not being able to see what's at the end of the tunnel.
The sisters do not judge. The sisters merely guide you through the gate.
Awesome.
It's already a good thing I'm not in.
And what can you tell me about this gate? And I kind of push towards him like this.
Does he always glow like that?
See, that's what I'm hearing too. I can't really see it.
You can't see that his tattoos are glowing?
It's more faint to me.
Now that you have been told to look at the tattoos specifically, you can actually see that they are glowing. This is the thing I had you all roll a notice check on earlier, and you all failed it.
Okay.
But the priestess now points it out. His tattoos are glowing like they do when he uses magic.
Okay, when I see that they're glowing, I say, "Oh, you know what? Forgive my manners, sister. I'm Eddie Bones,
Oh, really?
and this is my companion, Eric, dear friend of mine. What is your name?"
Death is nameless.
Sister Nameless.
It's nameless,
We are all called nameless.
even at birth.
No, I didn't become a cleric at birth.
Well, I don't know the traditions here.
Are you from out of town? I can tell by your accent you're not local, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, my god is it's a little bit more bright than yours.
And who is your god?
So I know we discussed this before,
Yeah, you had it written down.
and
We went on a long journey to name the goddess of Eddie Bones.
do you remember?
I think Adrian? No.
It
That's
was
Eric's
something with
name.
an N, I think. This is bad.
'Cause-
Should have it written down.
I had it written down as well.
Nashia, which is
Yeah,
this one.
it's something like that. Yeah.
Na-
You're covering it.
this one.
Nashra.
Yeah,
I don't think
Nashra.
that's what we said before. But
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I think-
Nashra.
I think we actually pulled it off of.
we've mixed a couple different names together.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
the goddess of like healing. Yeah, healing and nurturing and stuff like that.
And have you always worshipped her?
I'm kind of new to her. I mean, growing up, my father, he worshipped. Well, actually, he wasn't really into religion. He mentioned her in passing, and then I kind of came across her recently.
Well, healing is all well and good. There are many who would wish to delay their meeting with the sisters. But it is worth asking oneself, why do you wish to delay it? You will go there eventually, and there are virtually none who go feeling that all of their tasks are complete.
So you believe that there is no point to living?
That is not what I believe.
But
I
Sister
simply believe there is no point to fearing the end.
But Sisters Nameless, we're also taught that everyone dies at the appointed time. What we're curious about and what we're hoping is that this is not our friend's appointed time, in which case we would like some information on the condition he is in and how we might cure his condition so that he might meet his appointed time.
Roll a connect on that. No, roll convince, please.
Oh gosh.
You can have a +2.
I rolled I can have a +2, so that's
Yeah.
minus a 1.
That
So,
was a good argument.
so that's a 10 plus 2 is a 12 minus 1 is 11.
She nods. You can't see her expression because of the skull mask, but she nods and steps down off the podium to take. I assume you laid him down on like a pew or something.
Yeah, pew.
So she's going to come over to him and she's going to put a hand on his forehead and a hand on his belly and then close her eyes and look up. And as she does so, you see these two little horns on the top of her skull that kind of poke backwards. And then she opens her eyes and looks at the two of you. Sort of yanks her hand away as though she's been burned.
And he says, good stuff, right?
What is this?
What is this?
We were hoping that you could have told us.
We're just lay people, sister. Him, not even.
Get this thing out of my church.
Oh, you're not even going to give us a hint?
What did you see? We need
I
to...
won't say it again. She pulls a long curved knife out of her robes.
Like, whoa, sister.
Yeah, Eddie puts his hands up too. Hey, we're just looking for information.
Yeah, what he said. We just seek help for our friend. We know nothing of what you...
Your friend is an abomination.
I mean, we all have our secrets.
And we know he's not very nice, and he's a bit of an asshole, but an abomination?
It's, you know, you have to get to know him first.
I'm actually going to have you both roll a prey on that.
Okay.
Because what's an abomination to a goddess of death? A zombie.
Oh, man.
Ooh, I rolled a 12. Oh, but minus, you said prey?
Yeah.
11.
Eddie?
What's prey? Wisdom?
No. Oh,
Yeah, use intelligence, actually, because this was your knowledge.
Not good. She got more than me.
So it's what you said. Undeath is in their very public tenets in what would be the equivalent of like the Ten Commandments for them. The word abomination specifically is applied to the undead. And they are, as you guys learned in recent episodes, not a thing that most people believe in.
Mm-hmm.
But she has just called Eric an abomination.
What kind of an abomination? Because we just fought some abominations, and I could...
We're kind of abomination experts, actually.
Oh, God. You had to say that?
Yeah.
Roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, no!
All right.
That's all right. I have faith in us. Wait, what do we roll for initiative again?
The D8. Hold on, I gotta see what alert gives me again.
Is there out on the steps? Is there any statues of any of the sisters?
You know, Renly was so right. I'm never doubting him again.
This part of town can't afford statues.
Okay, well then I'm probably can I see them from the doorway?
I rolled an 8 plus my bonus is a 9.
Do you think you would be looking?
If there's no statues, then yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm rolling fairly well.
Ugh. Well, I got a 2 on my initiative.
Mm-hmm. Renly, I will never doubt you again. You said this would not go well. It did not go well.
Okay, so hold on, let me just make sure. Because my alert.
Now the question is does Renly know that Eric is an abomination?
You never know what Renly knows.
I know.
Okay, so that's 6.
Okay, you tied with the priestess. I'll have you go first. You're outside.
I got 2.
Yeah, you tied with the priestess.
Oh.
Really? I got a 9.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know why I'm starting from the bottom and going up. It's that kind of night. 9. Sally, 1 eye.
Okay, so when you say roll initiative and she pulled out her sword, does she make like she's going to like...
Attack?
Yeah,
Attack
she's going
us?
to attack. Well, at first she was going to kill Eric. But when you said we're kind of abomination experts, she's going to go for you.
Okay.
I see her going for Eddie, and I pull out my sword to block her knife, but I don't actually want to hurt her.
Okay?
So you're going to try to parry her.
Yes.
We'll call that an action. If you hit her AC, you can just stop the blade.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a rule for that somewhere, but I don't know it, so we'll just do that.
Rolled a 10 plus 2 is a 12, plus my base attack bonus is 15.
You got it.
All right. Whew. I'm like, sister, this is going a little too far, isn't it?
At the sound of clashing metal, you start to hear noises from the back rooms. It is now your turn, Eddie Bones.
All right. Since What does Eddie's ears hear? In
People
these...
are coming to investigate.
Okay.
And all we know is that at Abomination Experts is when she moved to attack Eddie.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, she just clearly got some sort of undeath
Necromantic.
sense off of Eric, and then you
What?
guys said that you
What are the rules for knocking out?
Just state that you're doing it. You have to either be using an unarmed strike or a weapon with the less lethal property, which your hook chain doesn't have.
But what if?
I would allow it to be less lethal if you use the other end of it that's not sharpened.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna try to hit her in a way that can knock her out.
Okay.
So 20.
That hits.
Okay. And 3 easy, do 6. Oh my god. I rolled snake eyes on the damage.
Okay.
So 4 damage.
4 damage. That's her HP. You knock her
Okay.
out.
Oh,
You crack. Your chain comes whipping around from behind.
man.
You're using the unsharpened end of it, and it cracks her right in the face, right in the head, and it cracks the skull mask, which now that it breaks, you see was an actual piece of a skull from an animal. You're not sure what kind. Actually, you would probably know it's a wolf, but
Okay.
and the horns were added. But it falls it falls off of her face, and you see just this line of blood where it cut her, and
Okay.
undoubtedly is going to bruise. But underneath the mask, her face was fully painted white, and then she just falls to the ground.
All right.
unconscious.
Well, can I attempt to grab her before she falls on the ground?
Yeah, you can just catch her.
Okay, so I'm gonna catch her. I'm gonna,
Eddie, what the hell just happened?
and I'm gonna say, just play along. And I'm gonna put her on the pew next to Eric and just put the hood over her and be like,
You know what? We might want to leave now.
People are coming.
man, I kind of want to stay. But okay, we'll
Eric
go.
is unconscious.
We'll go.
They're going to see a.
You've just beaten
Okay.
their priestess.
Well,
We're,
I'll pick up Eric real quick and we're gonna.
the 3 sisters are going to be on our backs.
Hey, they haven't seen us yet, so put it on the back and we try and make a hasty escape.
So, yeah, you guys just run towards
All
the
right,
door
yeah,
and you see
you can make it out.
little Renly and Egg just standing there, watching you guys.
I pick up the bags, which I left in the front, and I grab Renly with the other hand, and we're like, Renly, we're leaving. We're booking it.
Oh, jeez. I got legs,
No, I told you so.
Oh, I told you so, but I just got yanked up.
And Eddie says, "Man, you can't see abominations these days."
I'm like, you just had to say we were experts. What if she thought that we actually created Eric?
Nothing you guys would have said. would have
On my
helped.
bingo card for what you guys were going to do tonight, beat a priestess unconscious was not there.
That was not me. It was
I knocked
clearly
her
Eddie
out.
Bones.
That's what I said.
Man, I could
Beat her bloody.
It's break time. We're going to go ahead and take a
It
break.
is?
It's a few minutes
Oh.
early, but let's do it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I see Deltron in the chat.
We'll be right back.
We'll
Thanks
be
for
right
watching,
back.
Deltron.
Yeah, he's like,
Well, she's not gonna want it anymore anyway.
I'm just
she's
like,
not going to want what anymore?
The mask. I took the mask.
I'm like, Eddie, it's not a trophy.
Oh, boy.
She's not gonna need it. They probably have a ton of them.
You probably
you guys-
just insulted the whole sisterhood.
You guys are now at a run heading out of the temple of the
So it went well, I take it.
You're carrying him?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Egg is
bags in
running.
one hand, egg by the collar.
And I have.
I mean,
and I have Eric on my
Really?
shoulders. And the mask on my other hand.
Okay.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, you could say that. As I'm out of breath.
It's about 1 a.m. You're being chased down the street. They're at a distance. They didn't get out and figure out what happened until after you guys were fully out of the church. But you're being chased down the street by the other priestesses.
But do they see us? Do we run fast enough?
They see you in the distance. They're if you get away, they're not going to be able to identify you.
Okay. We're running.
We're running.
We're running.
I need an exert from both of you. And Sally, you have a -1. No, you're being carried.
Yeah.
You don't need to exert.
Oh, I know.
Sally, you have a -1. Eddie, you have a -2.
-2?
You're carrying a heavier person.
He's heavy? I thought he was like a kid.
He's not a little kid. He's
But-
legal adult.
But my strength is 14.
All right.
-1, bud.
Can I add my dex modifier instead of my strength modifier?
No.
Oh, shoot. Well, okay, fine. I rolled a 6. I rolled a 6.
Okay. Take the next right or left. It doesn't matter. Just get out of their line of sight. Put me down. I got a plan.
All right, we book it into the alley.
What was your roll?
As a 7.
Okay. The priestess has got a 4. So
Okay,
you are
alright.
still outrunning them. You weighed down though you are still faster than the priestesses who just woke up.
As soon as they put me down, Egg comes over, open up my book to a new page, some cool scribbles and like some wavy lines, and I'm gonna cast Excellent Transpicious Transformation
Oh.
on all of us, and So I tell you guys to come in, and then reality kind of like shifts around you guys a little bit for a second, and then if you look at your hands or whatever, you can't see them. We're all now invisible. We can't even see each other.
Mage chooses up to 1 visible willing target per caster level.
I have 3.
3. That's 3. Per caster level, yeah. Provided they are within 100 feet, the targets and all they wear or carry become perfectly transparent.
Could we count Eric as being warm right now?
As being worn? No.
He is. I mean, Eddie is.
But I will say this. You were not seen in the church.
Yeah, so I'm going to cast on the 3 of you.
Okay.
You guys are
And
transparent and in the dark.
And
And I'm just like, what?
I say,
I'm like, this is so fucking cool.
I still have my poncho, so I'm going to pull my hood up over me and just start walking Egg down the alley as if he's my pet.
Someone comes around the corner, huffing and puffing. It's this woman, again with a skull mask. Someone else behind her. This one's actually a man.
Oh, man.
You, little boy, did you see? I'm sorry. Did you see? They desecrated beat up the sister.
I'm actually an old man. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I'm so sorry. I don't know that many halflings. I'm sorry.
I still have my hood over me, so it's kind of.
I thought that, we thought we saw them come down here. Someone attacked one of our sisters at the temple. They took her sacred mask.
I honestly don't. I didn't see anybody come down here. I don't know what you're talking about.
But your animal, we saw him. Right, he kind of stands out in the night. Is this your animal?
Why, yes, he is.
But he was running with.
Well, I mean, he chases horses and anything that's moving, so I don't know. It might have just gotten away for a minute. I don't keep him on a leash.
Where did they go?
While I have you, actually, could you spare some coin? I'm mighty hungry.
No, we don't feed the homeless.
I know.
We're not that kind of organization.
I just figured you guys might have grown a heart or something.
Well, we wish for those who cannot serve themselves in life to find their way to their rest.
Alrighty then. Good luck with your chase.
Good luck with dying of starvation.
So compassionate.
Here's the thing, like, in their twisted logic, it is compassionate.
It's better to die than to live.
They don't love death. They just know that, in the grand scheme of things, you're dead for much longer than you're alive.
And it's easier to be dead than it is to be alive.
It's inevitable.
Don't say that to them. Yeah, so I think everything they just said fits in exactly with what Rinley would expect of them.
Yeah.
It may not be in perfect alignment with everyone in that organization, but
I'm sure there's nuances
yeah.
when you go town to town.
As with any, I mean, they're basically a world-spanning religion.
Yeah.
So there are going to be different viewpoints. But that's what these people say.
I assume we decided where we're going to meet up before you guys took off.
Well, did they take off? Aren't they still standing?
No.
right here?
We're
Oh,
just-
turned them invisible.
Oh, okay. That's even better.
No, we were just standing in the alleyway until the coast is clear.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just going to pretend like I'm walking Egg and...
And we're just going to slowly follow behind him.
Where are you headed?
Right now, just down the alleyway, hopefully towards the ship.
As you all go down the alleyway, you hear from behind a large pile of refuse a cracked, aged voice saying, "I warn you to beware the small man."
I'm like, master or mistress.
Sally One Eye
The invisible voice says.
stands up. "I don't see you, but I know you are here."
Of course, you see everything.
"No, I just saw you come into the alleyway a couple minutes ago and then get turned invisible by the small man."
Oh, well, interesting story that too long to tell. So, we gotta get going, but here's a coin for you to spend tomorrow on a drink, and I hope to see you again soon and learn more of your teachings.
She spits on the ground and doesn't take your coin and says, "This one will bring harm to you and all who are with you. You must get away from him."
Interesting. I prefer to keep eyes on threats, potentially.
You don't have them to spare.
That's a very good point. I like having my two eyes.
Are you happy with what you have done?
Are you referring to freeing them from their pursuers?
You know as well as I do that everything they have been through would not have happened if not for you. And the risk to their lives, the unconsciousness of your young friend would not be if not for you.
Perhaps.
Perhaps, he says. Does he deny it?
Where are you looking?
I don't know. Your voice came from over there a second ago.
I know, it's such a cool spell.
Does Eddie know this person?
Yes, Lucinda. I don't think you talked
This tarot
to her.
card lady.
Tarot
on the
card
docks?
lady, the fortune teller on the docks.
I don't know if I talked to her
I
yet.
don't think you talked to her, but
That's
you would
it.
have heard of her from your companions. They all three of them talked to her.
Well, Eddie says, man, a lot of crazy people walking around in this town.
Well, some of us are outside all the time. Thanks very much for noticing.
Eddie, I told you, this is my teacher. She's been teaching me how to read the cards. I'm not quite
Cards.
as good, but I mean, she's pretty good at the fortune
Sally
telling.
One Eye, I renounce you as my apprentice.
I am so hurt. Give me that silver back. I know you
gave
spit it out.
I gave you one instruction and you have not followed it.
What, to stay away from him?
He is not cursed. He is the curse.
She's a rambling old lady who knows nothing.
My words have been spoken. Heed what you will. What has happened to the boy?
Well, maybe you could tell us.
Well, I'm going to look around and make sure that the coast is clear, and then I'll release invisibility on him.
Ah, there you are. I
What-
saw you carry him in. Look at you. She's gonna go over to Eric and lift up an eyelid. And then lift up the other eyelid.
Is she like a doctor or something?
She reads the cards and tells your fortune. She's quite good.
Let me ask you this. Has anyone else opened his eyes like this?
No, you're the first.
And that would explain why none of you knew that his bad eye is glowing.
He has a bad eye? This is
Look at the picture.
Is it missing?
He's got one eye that's all white.
Oh, he doesn't really talk about it.
It's glowing. It's glowing brighter than his tattoos. Purple.
And I say, wow.
Yeah, that could be problematic. I see what you're saying.
I saw a message written in this eye, written in the fate that binds it to his body.
Oh?
A message. Beware the small man, protect the boy. It's the same sentence in an ancient language that I barely comprehend.
I like majorly roll my eyes.
Yes, I'm sure. Boy and small man are two possible translations of the same word, as are protect and beware, two possible translations of the same word.
Yeah, you're just speaking more nonsense.
It is there.
We appreciate you telling us this, but it's not really helping us get him back to waking up.
By the way, where does your divination power come from?
I've just always had it.
So it's not from some deity.
No, I have found the three sisters not to my liking.
Yeah, they're not the best.
Well, they are in fact death. We all owe them something, but
They're kind
that
of
doesn't mean we have to hang out.
they're kind of gloomy.
If you knew the whole story, you'd like them even less.
Are you going to tell me the whole story, small man?
No, you're not worth my time. We have a ship to catch.
Listen, I want to make something very clear to you.
Make it quick and clear.
I am calling you small man because that is a possible translation of the prophecy. It's not a racist thing. I have other halflings that I know. I don't call them small men all the time. I recognize that you're normal sized for your people. It's not a racial thing.
Yep. And?
That's it. You suck.
Well, if we see any other small mans in the future, I'll keep an eye out.
Roll me a no check.
Yeah.
Brandley's like actively gnawing on his pipe right now.
That's 8.
Bloody Bill was only 5'6".
I mean, that's not short though. small for Eddie is like under 5.
Eddie's what, 6'2"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's pretty
I
big.
feel like 5'6" was pretty short for
Yeah.
Eddie.
but we should really get to those people. We don't want to miss them.
Alright.
Lucinda, I have no words for you anymore. I don't take rejection very well.
You could have been my brightest star. Instead, you are my blackest night.
You know what? I'd listen to your words. You didn't say keep away. You said beware or protect. And that's exactly what I've been saying. It's a mystery, and I've been waiting and watching.
And perhaps it was all a test.
You know,
Perhaps Lucinda has her eye on you yet. Throws a cloak over her face. Shambles down the
I
aisle.
would say fairly well, but right now I'm pissed as hell.
Wait. Earlier today, an object was stolen from my room, and I was wondering if you're able to locate it, or at least identify who took it.
You're asking me for help.
Let's just say I'm trying to make some wrongs right, and that stone is one of the wrongs I need to make right.
Roll me a convince.
Damn it! I'm not good at convince. That's wisdom, right? No, charisma?
Yeah, this will be
Ugh.
charisma.
That is a 6.
That's with charisma?
That's with everything, yeah.
That's actually Lucinda right there.
Uh-huh.
You guys are in this alley. We're not going into combat or anything, just for reference. She is going to look at you. Look at the unconscious body of Eric. Eddie Bones. What say you of this request?
What, asking where the stone went?
Yes.
Or who took it?
I mean, I wouldn't mind knowing. Just in case they come back.
I find myself confused. I sense a powerful evil on this one. Evil like I've never felt before. I have looked murderers and pirates in the eye.
Evil.
Many
Is she
times.
talking about me or him?
You.
Okay, cool.
I've looked murderers and pirates in the eye many times. And not until I met this one have I met such powerful darkness. And yet, he walks in your light, Eddie Bones. What is your word on this stone and whether it should be found?
I mean, it might help us in the future. So it would be nice to know if this stone where it went. God knows I'm trying to find an answer, and that stone might help me with that answer. And as far as this whole darkness you're talking about, I don't really feel it.
Roll me a magic check.
Mhm. Well, that's not bad. So that's 9.
You sure don't. It was in your room. What was it? A stone? A gem?
A basketball-sized gemstone with
Oh, what size?
cannonball-sized gemstone. I think cannonballs are smaller than
12
basketballs.
pounder or
Like a 16-pound, like a bowling ball.
what? Sorry. No, we'll move on.
What round objects do they have back then that are the size of a
cannonballs.
cannonball? I mean, they're smaller than
No,
basketballs.
I'm only being shitty about that because I just read Master and Commander and there's long passages about the different sizes of cannons.
Oh, yeah. A large, like 25-pounder.
Yeah, so and it was of rock.
It's a crystal. It's an altered crystal. It's not its original makeup. It was changed to fit a purpose. That purpose has since been changed again, I imagine.
A crystal.
Anyway,
Size of a cannon.
it was stolen. It matches. Can you see Eric's aura?
Yes.
Kind of the same energy.
I had a nightmare this afternoon as I napped. Such an aura being ripped from our world.
That's about all we know.
I can tell you one thing about it that you may not know. The person or force that ripped it from our world was following my advice.
You
Protect the boy.
You spoke. Oh. I see. Because he showed interest in touching it. I kind of mumble that to myself. I don't imagine she would know. Well, I appreciate your help.
I would ask you for... I'm going to give you 2 checks on this. One's going to be no, and the other's going to be magic.
I'm going to do it in the order that you said. So, no. That's intelligence, right? So, 7.
Okay, and magic... Magic will also be intelligence.
Yeah.
This would have to be intelligence.
Yeah. Ooh, I gotta reroll that. Same exact roll, that's fine. 8 magic.
That's not high enough. You don't know.
Can I spend 3 coins and make it a 10?
How many coins we got?
Like 10?
Yeah, I don't mind.
12.
Oh, you know
Kelly's
what?
a gambling sort of person.
You know what? One more for going to the temple of the death goddess and breaking her faceplate.
3 coins to make it a 10.
If someone were to protect someone from these stones, it suddenly, it perhaps has not occurred to you in this way before. You've been operating under this assumption that something's wrong with them. If someone needed to be protected from these stones, there's only one type of being that would need that. Assuming they're working correctly.
Assuming they're working, yeah. I think when that like sort of clicks with Renly, the pipe just falls out of his mouth and like hits the ground. Interesting.
Yes, interesting. And with that, we really must go.
Yeah.
Maybe you could explain it later, and also what the priestess told us in the temple, but I don't really want to say here, but Lucinda probably already knows, but maybe we could chat and walk.
I'll mail you your report card.
All right, maybe I'll see you again later, sort of, teacher.
Probably not. You're going to be sailing far.
Far and away.
See, didn't I tell you? She's good. She's real good. Although she kind of rejected me, so I'm a little bummed about that.
No way. I know how it feels.
Do you guys want to stay invisible, or should I read?
We'll just. I'll stand. I don't know.
So it's going to last for like 3 hours.
I'll stay invisible for now.
Yeah, same.
Well, you already released it.
Is it?
No,
can
he
I
released it on Eric.
individually?
Oh, just on Eric?
I just did Eric. Yeah.
Oh no, Eric's gonna be floating on us.
Yeah.
On Eddie's shoulder. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm walking behind you guys, like deep in thought, as we mosey on.
I'm like, Renly, do you know that they called him an abomination?
So, as you guys come out of the alleyway, as I mentioned, we're gonna go to the tabletop camera here.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Doo-doo-doo.
Sorry.
What a lovely well.
Press in so many buttons. All right, that's
Ooh, so smooth.
that's it. So you guys have just come out of this alleyway right here. This is Lucinda.
I don't know where I am.
Your mini is here.
Yay.
And these two have their own.
So yeah, I'm behind you guys.
Yeah.
Eric's on your shoulders.
Yep.
We'll just put Lucinda back in here.
Yeah.
This is a market, which it's a market square which is mostly deserted. As you can see, there are some people around, because in a city this bustling, someone's always working.
This lady looks like she's like dancing.
Oh, that is, I believe, a man, but it's a bard
Oh, well,
actually performing. So you're correct about that.
it looked like they were drunk and dancing down the street to their own beat.
On this end of the alley, you see Venora, the bosun. from Pisspot Peg's ship. And there's Green Gertie, not green. And a handful of their crewmates behind them. They see you come out of the alley.
They see me come out of the alley.
Yeah, well, and Eric.
And Eric floating.
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 And you see as they see Eric come literally floating out of an alleyway, they're just stunned for a second, and then they go, like they're just so exasperated with all your magical bullshit. And
Can I help you?
Venora speaks up. We was out looking for you.
As you can see, we're on our way, but we had a problem.
Gertie said, what is...
My little man here had a bit too much to drink, and he is out cold.
And flying?
I can't carry him. Look at the size of me.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Wizard. I brought these people out here to hunt you down and take that book. Because you never showed, and we thought... We thought you didn't... But now you're making a guy float.
Well,
And it's a little disconcerting.
did you really want us to bring him onto the ship in this condition?
Well, what's wrong with him? Is he just drunk or what?
He
Half the people in the ship are drunk. Before we...
this drunk? He's I like.
Well,
tap his-
usually, no, if they get this drunk at sea, we flog them. But sometimes when we're at port, who knows what people do.
Yeah. Anyway, he put us a little behind, so here we are, on our way. If you'll still have us.
You guys are shouting to each other halfway across this square.
Yeah.
Where are your two friends?
They can see you.
What the fuck? Where are they?
On your flanks. All around you.
There's only two of them. I know
Yeah, you got two flanks.
magic, but I can't be all around.
Okay, so
Right.
there's not someone directly behind you.
Can I, at
Listen,
this point, have
you
walked
can't.
around and, just gently pull out my knife and be like, I'm right behind you. Let's quietly go to the ship. We'll explain once
Roll
we're
me
on
a
board.
sneak to see if you get there without being noticed.
Did she get a bonus for being invisible?
The spell is transparent, not invisible. So,
Rolled a
and
six.
then there's also noise involved. So
Yeah, the noise would affect it, but I feel like it says invisible.
it might say invisible. I read transparent, but what'd you get?
I rolled a 6, but minus, because I don't have any sneak skills, is a 5, but plus, can I add my dex, which
Yes,
would be
dex,
a 6? And then, because it's... Well, I don't know if there's any magic bonus since we're transparent. So,
I would say it's nighttime, and you are halfway across the square when you start. So I'll say, even with a 6, it's good enough to get halfway to them without being noticed.
The targets and all they wear or carry become perfectly transparent.
Yeah, I feel like that's open to interpretation. Like, imagine they were made of glass. You'd still be able to see.
The ripples.
Yeah.
Predator.
Predator style.
Yeah.
Maybe less than a predator, but again, it's night. I'll say 6 is good enough that you can get halfway there and not all the way to her. Let's move Sally's mini.
This was you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize you already moved it. Okay. Yeah, so what you guys see on their faces is Venora is as exasperated as she
and
is.
I just go like this.
You can't.
We can't see you.
Well, I'm thinking if she could sort of see us, maybe you could see me go like this.
She can't see you at all. That's
Dang
what
it.
you rolled for. If you'd gotten less than 6, she would have
All right.
noticed you. But yeah, like I said, it's nighttime anyway. Venora, as exasperated as she is, and just like she knows that the last 2 times you guys fought this crew, like you killed the captain, and then you killed like 6 or 8 other crew members on the docks. So she came out here all tough, like they were going to hunt you down and do what was necessary to get that book. But now you're just like, the emotion off of her again is exasperated. The emotion off of the other crew members with her is much worse. They are so intimidated. They're not going to fight you. Any hostile move from you, and they're going to run. Venora's putting up a good show because she's the bosun. She's the highest ranking member of the crew here. She wants to still have a good reputation as a pirate.
Here's the deal.
It's not working on them.
We're going with or without you. So if you want part of the treasure, I suggest you come with, so we don't have to crew the ship with someone else.
Hey, I just want to make clear, we were only coming to kill you because we thought you weren't coming with us. So if you're coming with us, then that's all good. Let's go.
Shall we?
Yeah, shall we? Let's do it.
Sally One-Eye,
Mm-hmm.
it would be our honor to serve you in command of our vessel. And as is tradition, you may rename the piss pot. And you guys know that while in the Navy, with official vessels, the ship keeps its name. Mm-hmm. With pirate vessels, they get renamed as they pass from captain to captain. So the piss pot must now be renamed.
Yes, and I'm like, as your newly voted for captain, I am pleased to take this honor. And although our past circumstances haven't always been the best, bygones are bygones, and now we are one crew. And
Who the fuck is talking? What's going on right now? The 2 of them turn and run.
I motion over to you. You can release a spell on me.
I like,
You can't see him either.
I'm like, let's board the ship on our new venture.
The venture? That's what we're calling the ship?
Absolutely.
So, as she says venture, I'm going to release the spell, and I'm going to make this... I'm going to use my elemental sparks to make this lantern appear. Just kind of like...
Light up.
Yeah, so she gets...
I mean, it's already lit, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it kind of bursts with a flame as she... So like a burst of light as she appears.
Okay.
Say, here.
And they all jump in the air. It's very satisfying. That fully works. No, you know what? I'm going to put that behind a perform check for you.
Oh, man.
Oh, but it's such a cool
So
trick.
it works anyway, but we'll see what you
How
do.
well they take it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Perform would be charisma, huh?
No, for you it's magic. For you, well, no, there's no magic ability. So,
Intelligence is my magic score.
charisma. Yeah,
All right.
You were
So,
right the first
8 on the dice, -1, 7.
time. Why don't you give him what? Sally's going to help you anyway, so roll an extra die and drop the lowest.
From the lowest?
Yeah,
Okay, well, if I can...
she's involved.
This is my
okay,
moment.
so-
Maybe you doing it, but she's involved.
So now it's a 9.
Okay. So yeah, it works. They jump a foot in the air, and with a 9, it's good enough that the blacksmith who's over there having a late night conversation with a customer actually starts applauding.
A vow.
Nobody else claps. He's embarrassed.
To the venture.
To the venture. Gentle folks, if we might move along.
Green Gertie is going to talk to you, Sally. Listen, so when we're leaving Crystal Shore, leaving in the middle of the night's a bit tricky because they do have dock wardens and they're trying to keep logs in the book. If we change, we can't call it the Venture before we leave. We have to call it the Piss Pot because when we're at sea, that's when we can change the name officially. Right?
That's fine.
I just want
We
you to
must
understand.
do- we
the
must-
Piss Pot checked in. The Piss Pot has to check out.
We'll do what we need to do. I leave it to your hands until we get out of the harbor,
They-
and then we will muster a call with the full crew.
Great, because we paid them when we came in. They know, but there can't be a paper trail.
Absolutely. I understand.
All right. Well, I thought this was going to be a fun space for combat, but since you came into the space invisible,
I kind of wanted to fight, but
yeah, I know you did. But how many more of them can you kill before you can't sail the ship anymore?
Yeah.
yeah, then we have to spend half.
I wouldn't want to kill them
hiring more
just.
people.
I wouldn't want to kill any more just yet.
I know everyone's anxious to get on the sea.
Yeah.
It's the pirate campaign. We're in episode 9 here.
How big is our ship again? I mean, I guess we'll find out. It's just, I mean, we've been on it before, but
You've
is
been on
it?
it before. It's a smaller vessel. It had a crew about minimum crew to sail it would be 20.
Okay.
The crew that was on it was about 40. So you killed a lot of them.
Less numbers are easier to control.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on that ship.
As we're walking, I'm gonna catch up to you. And so, what did the priestess say?
Well, they called Eric an abomination, and I know he's a bit of an asshole, but it's a little too far. And then, of course, she drew her knife, but I thought I had calmed her down initially, but then, of course, Eddie called us abomination experts, and then it just kind of went downhill from there.
They really need to lighten up.
Yeah, nothing you guys could have said would have appeased her.
I mean, I know he does some very funky magic, but
I bet if they heard some words from, Nashira, they would change the tune.
Yeah, it would be more like erasing their brains and starting over.
but they were but she was initially going to help and say what was wrong with him until she said he was an abomination. So clearly something with the three sisters was not friendly.
Now that I think about it, it was probably the whole him bringing people back to life as zombies.
Yeah, necromancy goes 100% against the three sisters.
Yeah, I wish we had remembered that before we went in. Now we'll probably be wanted by
But
the
I did get this cool mask,
church.
though.
I'm like, Eddie, not in public.
Oh, sorry.
It's broken.
Yeah, it's like half a mask.
So like you have the two biggest pieces, but there was like spider webbing on it. So like there's holes now.
It's like, and Eddie goes, ooh.
The broken mask actually is kind of cool. Broken wolf mask.
There's a wolf mask with horns on it for some reason.
I mean, it's kind of pertinent, but at the same time, not in public.
All right. Eddie puts it away.
Do we need anything else for this long voyage?
No, I wish we had more time to gather some supplies, but maybe we could make a pit stop at the I can't remember the port closest to us, but
Valcorna?
back to Valcorna. Yes.
It's the closest port on the way.
Well, Valcorna is where you came from.
Yeah.
So we might be going back to Valcorna.
Let me pull up the map.
But it's the only port on the way to the island that we could stop at.
But I'm suggesting, because the Navy captain is probably expecting us to go to Valcorna first, that we head west to, what's the port directly west
It's
of
on
us?
screen.
New
yes.
Eridor.
That we go
New
to Eridor
Oh,
first.
sorry, you there.
New Eridor.
That was framed out. There you go.
I suggest we go to New Eridor instead of Valcorna, because I expect the captain of the Champion will be thinking we're going to Valcorna, and he might.
That's like a whole week out of the way.
Let me bring up.
That's 2 weeks out of the way.
I'm going to zoom out so you can see the scale marker there.
Yeah, that's like 2 weeks out of the way.
Well, I do.
That 1,000-mile mark is the halfway point
Yeah.
on that line. So
I don't. Eddie says I need time. I'm gonna need time to rest anyway, so I'm fine with that.
Not 2 weeks. It's gonna take us a week just to get to Valcorna. Or I don't. How long does it take to travel 1,000 miles?
You're right, about a week.
So it's gonna take a little over a week just to get to Valcorna.
Now, we did it, for the viewers who didn't see it, we did it Session 0 in Valcorna. And it was about 9 days later that we picked up with Session 1 in Crystal Shore.
That makes sense. Yeah, 9 days.
Again, Eddie says I really don't mind because I think us staying out in sea is better than us staying here.
And I'm like, it's about the journey, and you might find some more information in New Eridor as well.
Yeah.
And clearly
we actually want to stop at New Eridor.
Yes, because Valcorna did not have what you were searching for anyways, correct?
Yeah, but what do I know about New Eridor? Does that have anything I feel like I would... Any libraries, any...
I don't think you've been there.
I don't think I've been there either.
So I'm like, think about it this way. Valcorna didn't have what you're searching for, and this might be just a short pit stop. You might find more information on that temple that we are also heading towards.
We also...
You're adding
I will
2
say
weeks
this.
to our...
This is a map of major cities.
Yeah.
So for New Eridor to be on the map, like, it's a place you've heard of.
Yeah.
But it's like saying, I've heard of London. I don't know London. Like, I don't know my way around.
So...
Either that, you might as well hand over the map to the captain right now, because I figure that Navy ship might just outsell us to Valcorna.
Well, the Navy ship's going to outsell us to the island if we go almost 3 weeks out of the way from New Eridor.
But again, they don't know the exact location.
They still know what island to go to, right?
Yeah, but still, that's not going to help them if they don't know the exact location.
Also, it is unlikely that any sanctioned mission would go to Indominus, right? Because it's just not a place people go. Now, potentially, Captain Sweetlove might go after you there, but you don't know if he would go that far to try and follow you to a place without you even being on his ship.
And it would give me time to look over the charts and find some more charts.
Oh, what up? Got raided.
Hello.
Nerds with dice.
Welcome. Party of 5. Thanks for the raid, Nerds.
Thank you for the dice.
Appreciate you.
So...
We're just talking about our
strategy.
naval strategy.
Going east or west on our journey here.
When is a delay and potential escape from a very persistent and aggressive naval captain?
Is he though?
He seems in high pursuit of me.
Well,
Maybe he just likes you.
He did give me a gun.
he gave you a gun because you earned it. And it was a reward for a job well done. No, I would say you don't know enough about Baldric Sweetlove to know what the odds are that he would chase you. He definitely wants the treasure.
Well, he did threaten to put wanted posters of us all if we didn't agree.
No, he threatened to arrest you.
Yeah, that's true.
My argument for this is we're adding 3 weeks to a journey that we're already adding to our journey for what? Safer supplies?
Supplies.
Supplies we can get going the correct direction. You'll be go to Valcorna.
But they might be waiting for us there. Because we have been to Valcorna.
And there might be other naval vessels there in search with our description there.
Yeah, so I would say you especially, Sally, but really all of you would know that going from Crystal Shore straight to Indominus is hard at best. You would want to stop somewhere else along the way. You could skip Valcorna.
Yeah.
And go to Sporkwell.
Well, my next question to the bosun would have been, how much supplies do we have already? Do that.
Yeah.
Good question. Give me a D12.
Can she do it?
Yep. But it doesn't make a difference. It's a straight dice roll.
Oh, okay.
D12.
I figured she'd be the one to ask the bosun anyway.
It does make a difference, but only in the sense of...
No, I don't know that I have a D12.
Oh, here you go.
Not in any real, measurable way.
I rolled a 5, and then with my modifier is is a 6.
So it's a 6 total?
Mm-hmm.
That's how many weeks of supplies you
Damn it, I got an 11 on the dice. I should have rolled it.
6 weeks. No, 6 weeks isn't bad. You could
Okay, so we have 6 weeks.
You could get to Zoltwar for Ravagmond. Sorry. Pronounce my own
Ravagmond.
Ravagmond.
I suggest we go to Ravagmond then.
Okay.
Yeah, you could get there. Now, you know, Sally One-Eye, if you will take a look at Ravagmond.
I know.
what the next port is after it.
Rice Island? Rice Island?
Brass.
Brass.
Yeah. Which we're not going there.
We're not going there.
Oh, look at that. I have the word Sally written under the brass island for some reason.
Do you?
You need to forget
Must
that.
have been said. You might want to cross that out. No, it's
I
been
just-
said now.
All I have is origins.
Yeah, no, out of character, I think you guys
Yeah.
know something about that. But, so Ravigmond is not terribly dangerous, but maybe dangerous to Sally Warner.
Yeah, which is why I also suggested New Arador, but
If we go to New Arador, I'm going to say we just continue west and forget the treasure.
And if you try to
entirely.
continue west, you're going to lose this crew.
yes, we are.
Let's just go to Agamon.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm fine with that.
Sally's the captain. Crew follows her now. That was the offer that was made.
Or do you want to do Zaltwarf?
You know what? We're going to Sarkwell.
Okay.
Swarkwell? Okay.
Yeah.
Swerkwell. All right. The city of Swerkwell is your destination for next week. So you get on to... I'm sorry, what did you call the ship?
Venture.
The Venture.
The Venture, yes, of course. You get onto the Venture with the unconscious Eric Agier, and it's probably 1:30 by the time you get there, maybe 2 a.m. The crew members on watch see Eddie Bones walking up the plank with the unconscious kid over his shoulder, and you can sense that there's tension in the air as you guys board the ship. Everyone knows there's history here now because you killed their old captain, you killed their new captain. They abandoned you in Crystal Shore when they'd been contracted to take you further. Then they attacked you, and then you killed a number of them.
And they were about to come fight us again.
And they were about to come fight you again, but now they've made a deal. And Sally, you know the pirates have a code. When they make a deal is a deal. They might still betray you, but then they'd be on the outs with all the other pirates.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, when Eddie goes on a ship and he's like, it's going to be a good time working with you, crew.
I'm like, as your new captain,
Wait. As we're walking up, any lantern, anything you walk past, I'm going to make it just kind of get brighter as she walks past them.
It works. Like they're just like, oh shit.
Gotta put your spotlight on.
Now you have like a supernatural legend around you. As a group, you did.
I'm like, make way, we're leaving port.
Yeah. So the fact that it's not just that you did this thing with the lanterns, it's that they already saw what you can do. They saw Eddie Bones turn into a wolf. They saw you throw a lightning bolt, and now they're seeing lanterns explode with light as Sally when I walks by them. Who, by the way, you killed their captain with one knife throw in session 0. So,
And Eddie easily killed Piss Pot Peg.
yeah.
I could have done it.
Any of you could have, and they know that because they saw. And so now you guys are starting to get a little bit of a pirate legend around you.
Shall you address your crew?
Once we make way out of the port. So I don't know how easily we get out of the port or not, Game Master, but...
Yeah, so there is a dock warden. Green Gertie pays off the dock warden, and you guys can sail away.
Right.
All right. And then later on, I'm going to call all hands on deck.
Are you going to wait for sunrise, or what are you going to do?
I mean, the fire effect works better at night.
But there is also not a ton of fire on board.
I say we wait till sunrise.
We'll wait until we're safely out of harbor, and then I'm going to do a muster call, and then I want to know exactly who's on the crew, how many supplies we have, but I know we're sailing I guess, east.
It's work well, right?
Yes.
Work well. And the capabilities of the ship.
Okay. We will get into all of that because I want to give you guys time to study the ship rules. I know everyone studied them like 3 months ago and forgot.
Oh, well, I thought I was going to be on the ship, so I did a little bit more, but not a lot.
So yeah, there's 2 books. There's the main Worlds Without Number books, and then there's the expansion, just for our viewers, Atlas of the Latter Earth. And the ship, the seafaring rules, naval combat rules are all like in the last part of the second book. So we're all going to study that up for next week. We'll go ahead and end early here. 2.5-hour show tonight instead of 3. But before we wrap up, I want to put a little bit of a stinger on this. As you guys, as you're waiting for dawn so you can call the crew up and give all those orders, Eric Agier suddenly wakes up and yells in a voice not his own. Do not let this be the end of my service to you. And that's what we'll stop.
Okay. Interesting.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you in a week.
Yep.
Oh, also, I'll see you all on Monday with Sarah, Mia, Jason, and no, maybe not Jason. I'm not sure. Sarah, Mia, and Meredith for sure, and we'll be playing Candela Obscura. All right. See you then.
Wow.
See
So
ya.
while he was in